I didn't like that he met with Jeffrey Epstein, not Warren. He was nasty and I had nightmares about it. The world was astonished when Bill and Melinda Gates announced their divorce after almost 30 years. It was like watching a perfect power couple break up. They were supposed to represent achievement, charity, and unity, but they were anything but. Something had changed. Melinda's divorce from Bill was a shocking turn of events. This made everyone wonder why she took this life-changing decision. The reason for their breakup is shocking. Melinda Gates revealed why she divorced Bill Gates recently. Let's look at their connection from the start before we learn Melinda's terrible secret. Bill and Melinda Gates met in 1987. When Melinda French became a Microsoft product manager, she presumably didn't know she'd marry one of the world's richest individuals. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates met Melinda at a NYC sales conference. It wasn't love at first sight when they met. Bill asked Melinda out 2 weeks in advance, and she told him she didn't like him and didn't know what she'd do. An hour later, Bill contacted her again and said, "Is this spontaneous enough for you?" Melinda must have been impressed because she decided to try it. This fun beginning set the foundation for a relationship filled of dreams, obstacles, and heartache. In 1993, 6 years after their first date, Bill and Melinda was proposed to, but the circumstances are still a secret. Later that year, they visited Africa to celebrate. This trip altered their lives, not just their holiday. They had a life-changing conversation on a Zanzibar beach. They discussed using their newfound independence. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, one of the world's most well-known organizations, was founded in 2000 after the two discussed using Bill's Microsoft money to change the world. To keep their wedding discreet, they wedded on Lanai in Hawaii on January 1, 1994. They took enormous pains to conceal it. The pair reportedly reserved all 250 Manali Bay hotel rooms and Maui helicopters to prevent media disturbance. Only 130 family and friends attended their wedding. In April 1996, Bill and Melinda had their first daughter, Jennifer Catherine. While being parents was important to both of them, Melinda made a significant decision. Bill was astonished when Susan quit Microsoft to stay home with the kids. Melinda knew one of them had to stay home to raise their kids and teach them their ideals, even though it was hard. She believed that one parent had to be involved at home years before the kids were born to instill the same beliefs. Starting a children's vaccine program after their December 1998 divorce was a major charitable move. They also pledged $100 million to make vaccines simpler to access in developing nations. This showed their willingness to improve the planet. The night before their announcement, Bill and Melinda were honored at the Charity for All Kids benefit with Hillary Clinton, demonstrating their global health commitment. Rory, their second son, was born in May 1999. Melinda usually describes Rory as kind, curious, and well-informed. He loves puzzles like her parents and is a feminist, she says. This makes her proud. In 2000, they founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, a major life event. They integrated Bill's father's organization with the Gates Learning Organization, which gave libraries PCs nationwide. Bill's Microsoft money and Warren Buffett's large donation supported the new organization. Melinda highlighted that this was an equal partnership and wanted everyone to know. Bill and Melinda ran the foundation together, guided by their principles. Melinda and Bill enjoyed each other's presence despite their busy schedules. They shared a romantic moment during a tennis match in Seattle in October 2001, proving that they still made time for each other despite their busy schedules. In September 2002, they had their third daughter, Phoebe. Melinda has stated how, in an editorial for Time, she called Phoebe brilliant, playful, and caring, and hoped for equal opportunity for young women like her. The 2005 pledge of $750 million to help people receive and distribute immunizations showed their benevolence. Melinda and Bill were chosen Time Persons of the Year, along with Bono. This award illustrates how much the Good Samaritans Foundation has helped and wants to enhance global health. Melinda Gates. In 2015, she founded Crucial Ventures to promote women's professional positions. The $1 billion doll pledge by Melinda sought to address the gender gap and provide women equal opportunities. This was a huge move that showed her dedication to making a difference beyond the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill and Melinda received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 for their philanthropic activities. It was fitting that the pair received the U.S.'s highest civilian accolade for their tireless efforts to enhance people's lives worldwide. By eliminating diseases and boosting education, they changed the globe. But that wasn't all. The French government awarded Bill and Melinda the Legion of Honor in April 2017, recognizing their humanitarian work. This honor cements their global philanthropy. Bill and Melinda took time for themselves despite these honors. In 2018, people interviewed them about their personal lives. Bill claimed they liked jigsaw puzzles and binge-watching Abby. Melinda said they were watching This Is Us, but its heartbreaking scenes made them reconsider. Despite their busy schedules, students enjoyed these easy act activities. Melinda also noted how well they work together to operate their foundation, sharing ideas and challenging each other. In 2019, Bill and Melinda had been married 25 years. Melinda posted a nice Instagram tribute with a hilarious wedding anecdote. Bill, the mathematician, tried to cut the wedding cake into properly measured portions, but the middle was cardboard. The humorous reminiscence demonstrated how much they loved and laughed together over the years. I thought my heart was full that night, but the subsequent 25 years have shown me how full a heart can get in a 2019 Netflix series Inside Bills. The couple discussed how their relationship began. When they met, Melinda had other boyfriends and Bill was busy with Microsoft, but as time went on, their bond grew stronger. They went from partners to being separated in March 2020 due to the pandemic. Bill and Melinda again stood up for their foundation. After 27 years of marriage, Bill and Melinda announced they were divorcing in May 2021. In a joint statement, they said they would still support their foundation and believe in its mission, but they also said they would no longer fund vaccine and treatment research. Because they had been together for a long time, most people were shocked when they divorced in August 2021, but Melinda kept her name and the couple continued to work on charity projects. What went wrong? From the outside, they seemed to have a great life. Bill Gates, a billionaire philanthropist and software genius, is famous worldwide for his charity work and seemingly perfect life. When they announced their divorce, everyone was shocked. There have been many reports and accusations about Bill Gates' behavior. It's unclear how much Melinda knew about these behaviors or if they directly caused the split, but this revelation adds another layer to their story. Family members said the couple's marriage problems weren't new. A source said it was a combination of things, including Phoebe's graduation from high school. Despite their emotional issues, Bill and Melinda were determined to keep things civil. A source said that neither of them wanted to invite anyone to their wedding. Though they didn't want to bring each other down, rumors said Melinda and her family were very angry with Bill. Some sources even said that her family had taken her side because of something Bill did. After their personal lives settled, the focus turned to their professional and charitable work. Bill and Melinda Gates' divorce was one of the most talked about in recent history. Melinda reportedly left with $70 billion, but it also revealed an odd thing about their marriage from the start. Bill agreed to spend one weekend a year with his ex-girlfriend Ann Winblad. In the 1980s at a computer conference, they were romantically involved and intellectual partners. After their relationship ended in 1987, they stayed close friends. Bill liked Ann's company so much that he asked her first when he was considering marrying Melinda. Ann told him Melinda had talent. After Bill and Melinda married, Bill and Ann continued their annual vacations, which were more like retreats where they discussed cutting-edge topics like biotechnology and bioengineering. The vacations were said to be fun, but they included intellectual connection, and while this arrangement may seem strange to some, Melinda agreed to it. In an honest interview with CBS Mornings, Melinda said that their marriage fell apart for many reasons. The controversial 2011 relationship between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein came after Epstein was found guilty of human trafficking and sex offenses. Bill Gates dated Epstein for a few years and visited his house in 2013 with his wife. Gates said Epstein's lifestyle was strange and interesting, but he added, "That wouldn't work for me." Gates has said that he only met Epstein and didn't have a business or friendship relationship with him. Talked about philanthropy and the Gates Foundation, but Gates denied that Epstein had anything to do with the foundation or its charitable work. In August 2021, Gates said he hoped Epstein could help fund philanthropic efforts, but nothing came of this. Things got even more complicated when it was revealed that Gates had traveled on Epstein's private jet. Despite rumors, Gates and Epstein allegedly met with Thorbjorn and the Nobel Committee chair in Strasbourg, France, in 2013 to discuss the Nobel Prize. The International Peace Institute, which had received millions from the Gates Foundation in 2023, was also present. Epstein allegedly threatened to reveal an affair. Gates's alleged affair with a Russian bridge player added another layer of controversy to her relationships with Epstein, making them more complicated and troublesome than first thought. In a recent interview, Melinda Gates discusses Jeffrey Epstein's role in her divorce. Melinda French Gates told Gayle King on CBS This Morning that she and Bill Gates ended their 27-year marriage for several reasons, including Bill's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the late financier and convicted sex offender. "I did not like it." She said he met Jeffrey Epstein, and she said she had only met him once. "I wanted to see who this man was, and I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door," she said. Melinda strongly disapproved of Jeffrey Epstein, saying her experience with him was troubling. Bill Gates responded that meeting with Epstein was a mistake. He told CBS that meeting with Epstein was a big mistake that he deeply regretted. Melinda's comments show how she felt about the issues that led to their split. She said that Epstein's issues were part of a larger set of issues in their marriage. The untold dark side of Bill Gates. When Bill Gates and Melinda French married in 1994, their relationship seemed solid. But Bill Gates sued other women at work. In 2006, Bill attended a woman's presentation. After the meeting, he emailed her and invited her to dinner, saying, "If this makes you feel uncomfortable, pretend it never happened." This happened again a year or two later while working for the Gates Foundation in New York. Bill Gates made awkward and sometimes inappropriate advances toward foundation employees, but many didn't see him as a predatory person, and he gave women the chance to say no. Years later, in 2019, Microsoft's board investigated a case where Bill allegedly tried to have an intimate resurgence. However, Gates's spokeswoman stated that the 20-year-old romance ended amicably and that his decision to leave the board was unrelated. Later, Melinda French Gates discussed her feelings in a public appearance. Melinda said, "There was just enough there at some point that I realized it just wasn't healthy and I couldn't trust what we had." When asked about other outcomes, she said, "There wasn't one moment or one specific thing that happened." Melinda advised Bill to answer such questions. She felt she had no choice but to divorce, but she never believed she would. "I think we got through part of it because I believe in forgiveness. Despite the pain of the breakup, Melinda has found a new sense of hope." She talked about her sentiments from lost to angry. Melinda Gates. announced her departure from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in May 2024 after 20 years. This sparked charity uproar. Following her divorce from Bill Gates, Melinda decided to go solo. She announced on Instagram that she would leave on June 7, 2024. She stated that this decision was not taken lightly. Melinda wrote that she was proud of her and Bill's foundation and its battle against global inequality. She also supported the foundation staff and their global partners, clearly wanted to focus on her own philanthropic work, especially assisting women and families. After leaving, Melinda can donate $125 billion to these causes. How did Bill Gates respond? Bill Gates thanked Melinda on LinkedIn for her charity work. He admitted, as co-founder and co-chair, she shaped the organization's worldwide health and gender equality activities. Bill was sorry she was leaving, but he was sure she would continue to influence her job. Melinda said quitting the foundation wasn't easy, but the foundation was in good shape and she needed to move on. Her company, Crucial Ventures, will be her emphasis, her ongoing support of women and families. Melinda told Time that she left the organization because she wanted full control over the money, which she now accepts. She believed Bill and CEO Mark Sussman would run the foundation well when she left. Melinda Gates' divorce 3 years ago was a major life change. After Bill Gates' divorce, Melinda, recalling lying on the floor in misery and wondering how she survived, angry and sad, Melinda remarked, "Are natural grief emotions." Following her recuperation, she expressed hope for the future. She loved that she and Bill separated up before divorcing in 2021, allowing her to manage things quietly while still taking care of family. She thanked God for their considerate separation. Melinda told Time magazine how the divorce would affect the organization. She stated her divorce was personal, but she considered her children and the foundation. As she moved forward, she wanted to keep everything vital to her children, the charity, and herself. That was impossible. Melinda left the foundation to have full control over where the funds go, which she was willing to do. Melinda contemplated her divorce. While the pandemic was ongoing, she had some privacy during a tough time. The pandemic allowed her time to process her divorce and decide her next moves. Looking back, Melinda thinks her divorce was proper. She and Bill founded a massive global health and gender equality NGO. But as she moves on, she knows she was correct to leave and follow her own path. Did you know Melinda co-founded She and Bill and Warren Buffett founded the Giving Pledge to encourage millionaires to donate half their wealth to charity? Despite her struggles, Melinda is more committed to helping others than ever and determined to make a bigger impact. Melinda is optimistic and determined to keep changing the world. Melinda French Gates is happy and normal after her divorce. Divorce is hard, and Melinda French Gates has detailed her own struggles. Melinda remarked, "Getting a divorce is a horrible thing. It's just painful. It's awful when you realize you need one. Despite the sorrow, she has found new joy. It's been fantastic living a simpler, more satisfying life," she remarked. Melinda now appreciates living in an area where she can stroll to supermarkets, pharmacies, and restaurants. Thanks to Bill, her nice but unfriendly companion, she enjoys this newfound independence and convenience. Privately, she's hopeful about her future and cautiously dating again. "I'm dipping that toe in the water a little bit," she laughed. Bill Gates discussed his divorce in a May 2022 Today interview. He blamed himself for his family's suffering over the difficult year. Gates, 66, said, "The divorce is definitely a sad thing. I have responsibility for causing a lot of pain to my family." Despite the sadness, he's optimistic about the future and feels good that we're all going forward. In the comments below, tell us what you think about Melinda's way of finding happiness and a fresh start after such a big change in her life. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos.